Let's dive into attribution. So, just for the folks, we're going to be doing kind of a roundup episode featuring different takes and perspectives on multi-touch attribution and incrementality and MMM. And I've had a lot of folks on the vendor side give us their take about some of these topics. So I'm curious to read out like some of the summary of answers and just get you to give your perspective on some of that stuff. And maybe we can start with attribution, MTA specifically. Lots of folks on this show so far have claimed that attribution is like misunderstood as a direct cause and effect in marketing. For example, if someone clicks on a Google ad and then converts, a lot of MTA tools, especially tools that leverage last touch, will give a lot of credit to SEM or that Google
Mhm.
ad. But they don't necessarily reveal what prompted the search in the first place. Maybe I heard about it on a podcast, or maybe it was a dark social, like a Slack
Mhm.
community recommendation. We don't really know what caused that person to Google something and then click on the Google ad. Do you agree that MTA isn't made for cause and effect and is more of like a behavioral analytics, which tracks actions without proving one caused the other? What's your take there?
I feel like I would even take a little step back
Okay.
and I would start with how are we defining attribution? Because it feels like what you're saying, what a lot of people are saying is when they're thinking about attribution, they're thinking about click based, touch based models.
Hmm.
And to me, attribution is a lot bigger than that.
Okay.
And MTA and click based, touch models is one way that you can attribute. To me, attribution is about understanding the results of campaigns.
Okay.
And that's how I would put it. And there's, multiple ways that you can understand those results. And we will cover, like holdout tests, incrementality, MMM, all of that. And click-based, touch-based MTA is a little part of that.
Hmm.
It's
Hmm.
not the whole picture. And I would say that, yeah, I agree. I don't think it's necessarily about like MTA. It's about cause and effect. I'm currently, I'm working on an attribution course that is actually going to, well, I think it will be happening by the time
Nice.
the podcast is
Okay,
live.
cool. We'll
And
make sure to link that out.
yeah, so the first cohort is already full,
Okay.
but people can then join the second cohort. But I'm organizing the attribution course with a team with a data engineer called
Cool.
Timo De Chow. And one of the conversations we've been having a lot is what is the role of MTA in 2024 and 2025? Like, what can it actually help you uncover? And the reality is, like MTA just with clicks, just with tags, like the MTA you see on Google Analytics or you see on your event analytics tool is really only good for measuring a certain type of campaign. So that's why you were saying, attribution tends to maybe overcredit search marketing.
Hmm.
That's because MTA is at the end really good at measuring search marketing. And that's pretty much it by itself. Because MTA only works if there is a click and within, a short window after that click, there is a conversion.
Right.
So when you're thinking about, okay, what kind of campaigns are at the last stage of the funnel? So our bottom funnel campaigns with people with high intent and need a click in order to work. And when you put it like that, you see like, okay, it's search.
Hmm.
Because, if you do like a video that doesn't generate clicks, if you do display, again, most people don't click. They've done analysis and there's almost no correlation between CTR and sales for social and for display. So when you're looking at click base, you're pretty looking at a good way to measure search and not anything else.